The Group 1 Dubai Sheema Classic. Calandagan started favourite in the green silks of the Aga Khan. Rebels Romance was the next popular pick.
And away we go. Shin Emperor was one of the first to exit the machines with Durezza, Rebels Romance, and Danon Decile is going to find himself in behind. Deira Mile is up there along with Cervinia. Then came Calandagan, who's back in traffic here, followed by Calif, who's out to second to last, and the Hong Kong Vase winner in Giavellotto is last of all. Shin Emperor leads them out past the 2,000 metres, and he's got an advantage of a length and 3/4 on Durezza. It is the local in Rebels Romance who settles down third, 4 lengths off the leader. A length and 3/4 to Danon Decile. The inside of Cervinia, the Japanese pair race in 2. Then it came to Deira Mile, followed by Calandagan, who's back on the running rail. From Calif, the Bahrain runner, in second last. Giavellotto is the last one. So they head to the mile marker. And it is up in front here, Rebels Romance, who's now going to inject some more tempo, and Yusei Sake is going to let him go. He sits second on Shin Emperor, followed there by Durezza, who's third. Tries to rein it back now on the leader, does Buick here, and bring the tempo once again out of the race. Cervinia is 4th, 5th is Danon Decile, and Deira Mile is 6th. Half a length, now a length back to Calandagan, who's got 8 lengths to go on the defending champ, who's now leading up in front on a good clip, followed by Calif, and out to the end, Giavellotto still last. Inside the 1,000 they go, and it's William Buick in the royal blue, looking to go back to back here with Rebels Romance. He's 2.5 lengths on Shin Emperor. Third was Durezza, 4th Cervinia, and Danon Decile 5th the rail. Deira Mile was next from Calandagan, who's riding a very, very patient race, is Mikhail Barcelona. He sits third to last from Calif, and Giavellotto is last. Rebels Romance off his win in Doha last start. He's fit as a fiddle. Inside the 550 he goes. He tries to make this a real staying test. He's got 2.5 to 3 lengths on Shin Emperor, who's now felt for. Durezza works up the inside to come off the heels of the leader. Then came Danon Decile from Cervinia. Calandagan now out. Rebels Romance, he's hit top gear. Here's Danon Decile, and pouncing the outside, Danon Decile. He goes up. Rebels Romance can't do any more. Here's Calandagan trying with a late ask, but Danon Decile, the Japanese raid tonight, is on full force. Wins the Sheema Classic, and a 3rd win for Japan on the night. Calandagan second over. Durezza in a photo with Rebels Romance. Giavellotto ran home well from Deira Mile, then came next over was Shin Emperor. He had nothing to give there.
Danon Decile, last year's Japan Derby winner. He was first in the Group 2 American Jockey Club Cup in January, but it's not a race that has a history of providing future Group 1 winners. I certainly had some questions about him after his disappointing 6th in the Japanese St. Leger, but he's put the doubters to bed with this win. There were no future races mentioned in post-race talks with 42-year-old trainer Shogo Yasuda, but I imagine the holy grail for Japanese horsemen, the Prix de l'Arc de Triomphe, is a likely target. Calandagan was brave but unable to bridge the gap. The 4-year-old gelding does most of his racing in France. The run of Durezza, another Japanese horse, was well above expectation, while Shin Emperor was the opposite. Shin Emperor had got the better of Durezza in last year's Japan Cup, but it was a different story today. The defending champion Rebels Romance put in a solid run, but it takes a great horse to win the Dubai Sheema Classic, a race that no horse has ever won twice. Check the odds, pick a winner.
It's more Japanese desert domination, and Danon Decile has gone on to score and take out the Longines Dubai Sheema Classic. Catered to Suck, he's got this absolutely spot on. He's sat, he's waited, he's been handy. Rebels Romance, he had to kick early because of pressure.